Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 53 of the First Star Challenge with Everton, and today it is a massive episode. We begin with the Merseyside Derby, we go to Anfield, and hopefully we're going to come back with a win. We've never beaten them at Anfield, we've only ever beaten them once actually, so hopefully we'll come back with the 3 points. We'll skip over Middlesbrough, and then we have the second leg of the Champions League against Inter Milan. We have a 1-0 lead, of course, from our trip to Milan last episode, so we come back to Goodison and we just need to not lose, don't we? Avoid defeat, and we are into the quarterfinals for the, what would be the third straight year, I think, so that would be a really good achievement. Now, since last episode, 2 games in the league to catch you up on, and things went pretty well. First off, we played Palace. We went to Crystal Palace. Now, they started this game amazingly well. We made a small tactical. You can see Lafont, even at the end of the game, was one of the best players on the field. We made a tactical change. We sort of closed our lines up to try and stop them from sort of running/passing through us, and it worked quite well. Then Selke and Richarlison, just before and after halftime, they got the goals for us, and we got a 2-0 win. And in the end, I think we deserved. Once we made that change, we were the better team, but Crystal Palace, they're 15th or 14th in the league, something like that, and they are a much better team than that. I don't know why they're down there. Then we played Watford, and to be honest, this was just a really good performance, almost from the get-go. Lookman, Cooke, Kenny, and Gomez got 4 goals for us. Pretty much just after halftime, it was all done. You can see by the player ratings, we were absolutely dominant in this game. We noticed we played a DM instead of a number 10. I just wanted to try it out and see how it would go for us, because we were really open to start with against Palace. And when we did that, we looked quite good. So, that in mind, that might be something we see again. Spoiler alert, coming up for Liverpool here. But this is how the league table is shaping up. You can see coming into this Merseyside derby, we're 2 points behind them, second and third in the league. Obviously, if we were to win, we would leapfrog them. Manchester City, they're imperious. They're just not losing. We do have a little bit of a gap now over Manchester United, who've drawn a couple of games lately. So that's a 5-point gap back to 5th. Spurs are still right there with us as well, though. So it's going to be a tight, tough run into the end of the season. But we're up there, aren't we? And that's the main thing. You can see there has been the Champions League, the FA Cup quarter-final draw. We will play either Chelsea or Spurs. So you can see Spurs are 4th, Chelsea are 6th. Again, Chelsea's not that far back, even though they are in 6th. So that's going to be a really tough draw, especially because we are away from home. Now that's everything to catch you up on. So let's have a look at the team we are sending out to face Liverpool in the derby. And this is it. We're going pretty much full strength, as much as we can anyway. So it's Lafont in goal, Digne, Tar, Luis Felipe, and Milo as a back 4. Witsel in the DM, with going to give Davies and Canente a game here. I'm wondering if we play Canente. We're playing Troim as an advanced playmaker. You remember we played these two, I think it was the end of last year, and they did really well. So we're going to try and reunite them in midfield. Richarlison and Bernard, they go down the wing. Selke up top. And the good news, coming back from injury, Rafinha, he's not quite fit for this one. You can see he's not really match sharp, so we'll get him ready for Inter Milan. And there will be a goals of the month at the end of this episode as well, so make sure you stick around for that. Now, the reason we're playing a DM is because we were expecting them to play a 10. So yeah, we'll just try it, see how it goes. What do we want to say to this? We're the underdogs. Nothing to lose, that's sure what we're capable of. Let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith. Just, try and keep the boys level-headed, and let's get out there and F them up. Now, if you remember when we played them at Goodison Park earlier on in the year, we got a 3-3 draw out of the game, which wasn't bad, but I think if I remember correctly, I think we were winning that game till later on, weren't we? I think we were 2-0 down, and then we got back to 3-2, and then I think, I might be making that up, but I think that's what happened. Anyway, we've kicked off. Witsel back for Tar, out there for Digne, and that is the end of the highlight. Hopefully playing with the DM, it'll just kind of make it more difficult for them to attack us. Try and close up space. There's a lot of space there. That's a curler, but it's put over the bar. That is fine by us. Let's throw it a get creative. If we can take a lead, it would just settle everything down. We've done really well possession-wise, but it's another Liverpool highlight. Unless, of course, we can nick it and go up the other end. Cross comes in. What? That's off the crossbar. That's a little bit of luck. We always have that counter-attacking threat, don't we, with Selke, Bernard, and Richarlison. So that's good. Can we win this header, please, boys? Come on, let's see an Everton highlight. Good head with there by Ramos. We've nicked that with Davies. Davies in for Selke. Can we get something going here? He's gone early for Richarlison. Can he have Bernard at the back? Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Is it a penalty? I think it's outside the box, if I'm honest. But we'll take a penalty. He's going to check VAR. My first instinct was that I wanted a penalty, but I think it's outside the box. But it's right there. I almost think Richarlison's outside the box and Robertson's inside the box, if I'm honest. But it's probably going to be a free kick. It is outside the box, yeah. Unlucky. It's probably a red card, though, isn't it? Surely it's a red card. Ref, come on. Red card for a red jersey. That should be what the rule should be. What is it? It's a yellow, isn't it? It is a yellow. Okay. It's all right. That's promising. It shows, we've got that threat there. We'll throw out another get creative. Felipe's on a booking as well, which isn't ideal. We do have Nick Stark on the bench. But ideally he'll stay there because I'm trying to rotate the team, keep players fresh where we can. We do have Vlasic on the bench as well. The problem with not playing that number 10 is that Vlasic doesn't really have a spot in the team. We can play him deeper, but I do think Canente and that's a horrid cross. Are we going to be able to? Oh, it's a horrid ball. That is absolutely disgusting from Richarlison. Come on, boys, come on. So far, so good, and they'll score as soon as I say this, but we have looked relatively solid. Here goes Mane to score. Big save from the front. As soon as I said that, I knew what was going to happen. They haven't really found too many ways past us, have they? Long ball forward. Milo's there. Davies with a tackle. This is becoming a long old highlight. Here it comes. No, Font's there. Oh, I was tempting fate with that, wasn't I? All right, come on, boys. Let's demand more now. Enough of this. We've been nice to him for long enough. Let's go and get this goal. Robertson with a throw. We haven't really had a highlight, have we? Just the foul on Richarlison. That's the only thing that we've had that resembled an Everton foot on the ball. Mane goes early for Salah. Cross comes in. Is there anybody there? Not really. I mean, they're looking a little bit disjointed. But, they play direct football. That's kind of, I guess, what you expect from them. Just past the post. Again, we look relatively solid. I know we're not having much of the ball. Well, we are having a bit of the ball, but not nothing in terms of highlights. But yeah, they're not really picking us apart, which is promising. Here we go. Is this going to be the Everton highlight we've been waiting for? It's not great, is it? It's not great. It's a bit of head tennis. It's fallen there for Canete! Oh, healthy miss! You've got to at least test the keeper there, mate. Oh, that is a really good chance gone begging. Despite not really kicking the ball, we've got in at half time. I'm going to say I'm not pleased with that because I don't think we can be. Although defensively, as I said, we've looked, despite being under the cosh for pretty much 45 minutes there, we've looked okay. Richarlison's not having a good game. Hopefully he'll pick up. Davies is not having a good game again. Tom Davies is getting into that stage now where he's beginning to worry me. He's becoming a bit of a flat track bully. He plays well when the team's playing well, but he doesn't have that sort of that drive where in previous seasons he's been the one that's dragged us out of trouble. He hasn't been doing that. He's sort of just become one of the lads in that sense. So that's not ideal. Richarlison's looking nervous now. We do have the option. I think it's Calvert-Lewin is the winger on the bench. Or did I put Lookman on the bench? Here's a ball for Davy Selke. Davy Selke! Oh, it's a decent save from Baka in goal. Or Allison, as he probably prefers to be called. Alright, come on, Canente. Bit of quality in the box here. It's headed away. Can we get to the ball? Ramos is going to pick that up. And that's the end of the highlight. Let's try to get creative. We'll wait till after this. Let's try. Can we nick this high up the pitch here? That's well done. Witzel's on the ball. Cross for Canente. Just go back here, mate. There we go. Uses Tar nicely. Cross for Digne. Back for Tar. They're putting a bit of pressure on us here. We go early, and it's not the best ball, but Bernard picks up the loose header. What can he do? In for Witzel. For Tar. This is nice possession. If we can keep the ball here, we're doing well. In for Bernard. Bernard turns in field. There's a wonderful ball for Davy Selke. He's offside. Are we going to see that again? No, we're not. Oh, that must have been a really, really close call. All right, let's throw out a get creative. We're not playing particularly well here. What can we do? What can we do as a highlight? We'll wait till after the highlight. I don't want to take Richarlison off, but I'm beginning to think maybe we have to. If it's just not his day, it's not his day. There's no point leaving him on there. Milo goes long early. Can Selke pick that up? He does. We've got men pouring forward here. We've got men pouring forward. Selke, he's going to go himself. Davy Selke! Oh, it's straight at the keeper again. All right, I think we need to make some changes here. We're going to bring Cooke on for Selke. We're going to bring Calvert-Lewin on for Richarlison. It's just not their day, is it? So there's no point forcing it. We still have a sub. I'm thinking Vlasic could be the man, and probably for Tom Davies, but we'll wait and see. It's 10 minutes to go after this one. What we could do is we could bring on Vlasic, play him as the advanced playmaker. Goes early. Oh, there's a stunning ball for Terry Cooke. Can Terry Cooke be the hero? Oh, it's a good block, Henderson. Oh, unlucky. Just rolled on a little bit too long. All right, Canente with another ball into the box. Can we find a blue head? It's in there. It's bouncing around. It's hacked clear. Canente's going to pick it up, though. Still some pressure on. And, oh, he's lost out to Keita. Oh, it's a good tackle from Milo. And that's the end of the highlight there. All right. We are going to make that change. Tom Davies, he's tired and he's just not done it for us. So we're going to bring on Vlasic. We'll switch them around and we'll use Canente as a Mazzella. We'll put him on attack. Yeah, I mean it's not Vlasic's best position, but he can do it. So we'll go with that and see what we can do. We've never had a 0-0 draw in a Merseyside derby. Can we nick something here? We've looked a lot better this second half, haven't we? We've really have been the better team. Terry Cooke, what can he do? In for Calvert-Lewin. Can Calvert-Lewin be the unlikely hero? In for Vlasic. Nikola Vlasic! Oh, Nikola Vlasic! It's a stunning strike! What a substitution that was. Well done, Aussie villain. Look, Calvert-Lewin in for Vlasic. I said it just wasn't those other 2 days. And there it is. We've made the changes and they've come up massive for it. It's not really an assist for Lewin, is it? He's absolutely stolen an assist there. But look at this. Vlasic works some space onto his left foot. Or is it his right foot? I don't know. It's probably his right foot. I can't tell. It doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net. What a goal from Vlasic. All right, now let's start and close this thing down a little bit. Let's just lower our tempo, shorten up our passing, play for set pieces, waste a bit of time, slow down the pace, and keep this going. Can we win at Goodison at Anfield? What a win it would be. Here goes Bernard. Bernard's a space in front of him. Bernard, he plays it off for Calvert-Lewin. In for Vlasic. Back for Milo. This is stunning football, and it's blocked. It's still there for us, though. Milo for Canente. Look at the edge of the area. It's there for Vlasic. Vlasic, he can't miss. It's Bernard at the double. There we go, boys. We're going to win the derby at Anfield. 2 goals in as many minutes. 13 goals this year now for Bernard, and that was a really, really well-worked goal. With some good flowing football to start with. The last cross got blocked there, and then we just went again. We just patient, build-up play. Canente, nice ball to the edge here. Look at that vision and movement from Vlasic, and then the same thing from Bernard. Let's tell him to concentrate now, but that is amazing. 2-0 up. Was it offside? That did cross my mind, I have to be honest. Oh, it's tight. It's very, very tight, but that's okay. We don't care. It hasn't been given, and that is now 2-0 at Anfield to the good guys. Are we going to... let's not make it nervous. Let's not make it nervous, boys. Come on. Come on. Oh, what a save from the font. Do we want to change anything else? We probably could... We could probably go defensive, take our fullbacks off wingbacks. Things like that we could do, but, that involves having to change things. This is it, boys. This is it. Lap it up. The city is ours. The city is ours. Come on, Everton. Oh, this is... We've waited so long. Can we keep the clean sheet? We've never kept a clean sheet versus Liverpool, and that now will surely be it. I'm so happy with this result. Instantly I start worrying that I forgot to press record, but I'm sure I did, because if I didn't, you wouldn't be seeing this anyway. But there it is. 2-0. I tell you what, we rode our luck slightly. Well, I thought we were okay defensively in the first half, as I said, but we were definitely outplayed. But second half, we were the dominant team. So there we go, Everton triumph in the Merseyside Derby. That is what we like to see. If you have enjoyed that, do make sure you hit thumbs up as well. Helps people find the channel. Nikola Vlasic, that wonder goal cost us 250 grand, and there's not a single Evertonian that gives us stuff. I always said another word there. But yeah, there we go. So guys, wait right there. Can we continue the good times against Inter Milan? Well, that should shut Jurgen up for a while. Hello. Hey Bernard, how's my head of youth development? Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? The only thing redder than those jerseys were their faces. So how can I help you here, mate? Oh, the new youth intake's here. Fantastic. It's that time of year already, eh? Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll pop right down and have a look. And here they are, the youth intake of the 2022 season, and some really, really good prospects here. Ben Head, a forward, attacking forward, they're all attacking forwards, a pressing forward. You can see physically quite good, mentally not bad either, and technically for a 15-year-old, quite special. We could hear a lot of Ben Head in the future. Patrick Baines, no relation to Leighton, I'm sure. Is it a relation to Leighton? I don't think the game does that, no. That would be really neat if they did though, wouldn't it? Uncle Leighton. But here we go. Patrick is, again, not too bad. He's a mercenary, so maybe don't get attached to him. Mentally, he's not fantastic, but again, 16, plenty of time to develop. Finishing and dribbling's not bad, so good prospect there as well. Warren Jones, another striker, as if we were short of strikers. Again, physically quite good. Got some of the mental stats required for a striker. Free kick taking as well, so good prospect there. Darren Daly, a goalkeeper. We already have a number of quality goalkeepers coming through. Now we have, I think it's a third. I think there's two, isn't there? There's Willoughby and there's Michael Stevens already. But yeah, look at that. Not bad at all for a 15-year-old. Highly competitive for goalkeeping in our squad. Isn't any of these guys any good? No, I think we're getting towards the end of the prospects there. And now, as ever, guys, I do like to name these guys after you. So if you haven't got a youth product named after you yet, let me know in the comments, and we'll get those renamed. We've got some of the actual under-18s right now. Now, Stevens is obviously taken, but most of the others there, I think, are free. And to be honest, a lot of the under-23s at this point are regens that can be named after you as well. So if anybody there takes your fancy, let me know, and we'll get them renamed for next episode. But let's go on to the Champions League. Alright, here we go. We are at Goodison for the Champions League. We're playing Inter Milan. We're favourites. We're in excellent form. And as that green dot there would let you know, to catch you up in between episodes here, in between games, we did indeed beat Middlesbrough. And oh, how we beat Middlesbrough. We were absolutely sensational early on here. You can see we had it wrapped up before half-time. 4-0 up. Terry Cooke with a double. Rafinha on his return from injury. And Lookman with the goals. You can see we absolutely smashed them. They scored from pretty much, I mean, they had 3 shots on target, but it was pretty much their only highlight of the game. So really, really good job. Good to see Terry Cooke banging in the goals. And if we do just have a quick update of the league table after that game, you can see we're sitting there in second, a point ahead of Liverpool, 2 points behind Manchester City, albeit they have a game in hand. But, you know, put your Venables hat on. They've got to go and they've got to win that game. And rah, 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 rah. So 2 points, we'll call it right now. The league race is very definitely on. Worst case scenario, we're 5 points behind, which is not too bad. But that's not what we're worrying about right now. We did get Chelsea too. Chelsea beat Spurs in the FA Cup, so that's who we got in the quarterfinal there. But this is all about the Champions League right now. So let's get and have a look at the team that we're sending out here. It's Lafont in goal. It's Digne, Tal, Felipe and Milo as a back four. It's Witsel, Canente and Gomez in midfield. Richarlison and Bernard with Selke up top. Very familiar from the Liverpool game. I mean, they played well. Let's go again. Again, no Seamus Coleman in this one. He doesn't come back to Goodison. To be honest, he's not even on the bench. So that's a little... Oh, Joe Hart's at Inter. There we go. So it's a little bit of a shame, maybe, that we don't get to see Coleman back. But to be honest, he was only going to score against us, wasn't he? Because that's what seems to happen every time you play an old player. What do we say to this? Some calm... This means nothing. Go out there. The first leg means nothing. Go out there and win this leg. Actually, that's gone down quite well. Let's maybe just do a couple of extra individual talks there. And let's go. I didn't want to play Rafinha in this one because I don't want to risk it. I want to ease him back in. He played against Middlesbrough. He played about 70 minutes, I think. So yeah, I don't want to risk him while he's so soon coming back. He is on the bench, so if we need a rescue mission here, we can do that. Canente's read that like a book. And the other one, perhaps that's controversial, is Selke keeping his spot for Terry Cooke. Again, Terry Cooke's actually match fatigued for this one, so there wasn't really too much of a decision to be made in that sense. And we do go with Gomez ahead of Vlasic, just because Gomez is a little bit more comfortable in the role. This is not the best start, and there's the away goal cancelled out after less than 2 minutes. Oh, it's game on. Demand more. That is not the start we needed or wanted, needless to say. As I was saying, Vlasic is on the bench. It's just scrappy defending, isn't it? And it's, in the end, it's gone in off the chest of tar, and I think Lafont could have done better there, if I'm honest. Alright, come on, boys. Now, what we don't want now is for them to score again, because then it starts to get difficult. We had looked so good defensively for so long, hadn't we? And it's just all come crashing down at the wrong time. It's a blip. It's just a blip. Canente cross in. Selke's headed away. It's there for Gomez! Oh, and Lee didn't last long. We're back in front on the tie. Level on the night. And that is a stunning strike from Sergio Gomez. There we go, boys. That is what we want to see more of, please. Much, much better. Look at this. A little bit of luck, perhaps, with the ball headed out. But look where Sergio Gomez has come from absolutely nowhere to get this goal. Look at that. On the run. First time. Have some of that. That's a stunning strike from Gomez. A strike from the heavens. As what's-his-face that used to commentate on the Liga would have said. There we go. What's his name that used to commentate? I can't remember now. The guy, I think he's a Geordie. Anyway, we need to be doing better from set-piece defending. We did do a little bit of work on set-piece defending before the Liverpool game, before the Middlesbrough game. I can't remember which one it was now. Might have been before, I can't remember. Anyway, we have done some work on that, so hopefully that'll show off. Don't like that our keeper's looking nervous. Would love to get a second goal here, just because they have that. They've already cancelled out that away goal. Dinked into the back post, it's headed away. And again, but Gomez picks that up. You've got Digne out here if he makes a run. He's gone for Bernard instead. Bernard gets a crossing back post. Richarlison's there. Bernard to Richarlison. 9th goal of the year for the big Brazilian. And that is much, much better. We have responded really, really well to going behind, haven't we? That is much, much better stuff. Bernard is just an absolute... He's just a star, isn't he? He's just a star. Look at this. Dinks the cross in, and Richarlison. Honestly, it's like they're telepathic, those two. They just seem to know where each other are at all times, and then the ball just goes from one foot to the other. It's just... I'd say it's a joke, but it's awesome, so it's not a joke. It's amazing is what it is. Alright, this gives us a little bit of wiggle room in terms of away goals as well, doesn't it? We could concede... Not that we want to, but we could, and it not mean the death of us. Richarlison, off he goes again. Richarlison, he keeps going. Selke! Oh, we're good. We're switched on now. Just a bit of a slow start. That's all it was. 15th goal of the year for Davy Selke. 3-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, and surely now there is no way back for Inter Milan. We'll give it one more demand more, and then we'll start looking to praise him. Look at that. He sucked in the entire Inter Milan defence, and then just slipped Selke in. Selke couldn't miss. It's a stunning goal. Was it offside? I mean, it's not because it wasn't given. This guy here just dropped off. He could see it coming. Didn't see it early enough. Couldn't stop it. There we go. 3-1. And can we add a fourth? This is what we did to Middlesbrough. We just ripped them to shreds. I mean, this is obviously a better team than Middlesbrough. But this is exactly... I mean, we didn't concede either, which helps. But we just passed them to pieces. Here we go again. Richarlison. Oh, Richarlison! That is a stunning strike. It's too easy. It's too easy. 10th of the year for Richarlison. 4-1. Oh, how we have responded to going behind. And that is surely now the tie done and dusted. Richarlison has been absolutely superb. Look at this. It's gone past 4 defenders and then just tucked it into the top corner. Excellent, excellent stuff from Richarlison. Loving me a little bit of this. This is much, much better. And to think I was concerned when we conceded after 30... Was it 90 seconds or so, wasn't it? I mean, we can almost just sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the game from here. We will just tell them to keep their concentration up. We've played quite well. They really haven't done anything to hurt us outside of, the first 90 seconds of the game. We just want to be a little bit careful here that they don't come back into it. We might just give it an assertive, don't get complacent. Just to be on the safe side. A little bit of passion. We have faith in these boys here that haven't reacted to that. And we just get back out there, don't we? We get back out there and we go again. We do have Chelsea coming up in the FA Cup on the weekend. So we start to turn an eye towards that game and who we want to play and do we want to rest anybody. I'm happy to play Cooke up front, so we'll keep Selke on. We've got Rafinha. We probably want to rest one of the wingers, perhaps. We could probably get away with Lookman, to be honest. He does play well when he comes in. Richarlison, it's third time of asking, can we get the cross in? Here goes Richarlison again. Oh, it's the tap in for Bernard. He's got to be offside, though, doesn't he? He's got to be offside, surely. Yeah, it is back for offside. I mean, there were so many attempts at a cross. It's no wonder. I mean, he's a mile off, isn't he? He's not. To be honest, that's actually very poor play, isn't it? You've got to be doing better than that, Bernard. To keep your head in the game, son. Just throw out a demand more. We don't want standards slipping too much here. We don't really have anybody on the bench that we particularly want to give game time to. Tar's done well to head that clear. Danger's still there, though. João Mario, it's headed clear again, but is the highlight going to continue? It looks like it is. I just saw that Digne just saw his name sort of flash up there as he headed the ball clear. There is some sort of rumours in the press. Milo's done really well there. And can we launch a counter-attack here? Here goes Bernard. There's rumours in the press that Paris want him. I don't think we'll lose him, but you never know. Richarlison, he's on a hat-trick, of course. Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy at this point. 16th goal of the year for Davy Selke. 5-1. I said, didn't I, when we at last episode, when we beat them in Milan, just narrowly. When we play at Goodison in Europe, I mean, Anfield, European nights in Anfield, they're absolutely nothing compared to Goodison. Teams come here and they crumble. They crumble into absolute pieces of dust. We are just so good at home in Europe at Goodison. It's because really we should have beaten Paris last year. We should have beaten them. It was 4-0 or 4-1 or something when Pickford decided to throw the ball straight to whoever it was that scored. I just want to be a little bit careful here. Oh, excellent block. Who was that? Luis Felipe with the block and out for the corner. So we should have really, dismantled Paris here as well. We did dismantle Paris. It was just that the damage was done in the first leg and then Pickford finished us off. But yeah, if only we could play the Champions League final at Goodison, we would be absolutely set. Maybe we can host it. Maybe we should get the board to apply to host the final one year. That might be our best chance of winning it. We will do the quarter-final draw after this game as well. It's coming up. This is the Wednesday. It's Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget what day it is. And then it's coming up on the Friday. So we will do that this episode as well. Because let's face it, we all want to know who we're going to play. Even though it's going to be Paris, isn't it? Because that's just who we always get drawn against. But I tell you what, if we're playing like this, we don't have to fear anybody, do we? We are just playing so well right now. I think Witsel, it was a lot of money in wages, but I think he's been a good signing for us. There's another ball comes in. Selke! Oh, that's stunning! It's a hat-trick for Davy Selke, 17th goal of the year. And I tell you what, goal of the season's going to have a comeback to this game and probably just show the highlights, to be honest, because we have scored some stunning goals this game. 17 goals now this season for Davy Selke. And to think, I almost started Cooke because Selke... He's going backwards when he hits that. That's stunning. That's absolutely stunning. Let's throw one more praise out. 6-1. That is absolutely amazing. It's not offside game. Don't even bother. Could we get a Richarlison hat-trick as well? That'd be nice, but I think we're going to run out of time here. The clock's going to beat us. 6-1. Or is it? Or is it? No, it is. Okay, there we go. Stand and applaud, everybody. That was absolutely amazing. Everton, I tell you what, our odds just got slashed to win this thing, didn't they? Because that has sent shockwaves around Europe. We're still going. Maybe there is a chance for Richarlison to get his hat-trick. Here he goes. Just go yourself, mate. Go yourself. Shoot. Oh, unselfish. Here it goes again. Oh, it's a bit of a loose pass. Referee, I think they've had enough, mate. You could probably stop this. There it is. Absolutely stunning again at Goodison, as I said. We've played them off the park. And like I say, 90 seconds in, I don't know about you, but I was worried. And as if this episode couldn't get any better, Bayer Leverkusen has knocked out Liverpool on away goals. Stunning stuff. To be fair, they got a 90th minute goal. They were down to 10 men. That would have been quite the finish at across the park there. I tell you what, I'm surprised they played those games on the same night. That would have tested Merseyside police, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's not our concern. Liverpool's out. We are through. And that has been, as I said, an absolutely stunning... We'll sign... I don't know what's happening, but we'll figure it out. We'll sign them anyway. Money in the bank. Richarlison, absolute... Look at that. He had a hand in every goal. No, he missed one of them. That's 5. We got 6, didn't we? So he's only missed... that's almost the perfect game, isn't it? Well done to Richarlison. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We will be back for the quarterfinal draw. Alright, here we go. It's the Champions League draw. Who got through? I don't actually know. So behind my head, it's Leverkusen, Barcelona, City, and Paris. We take Bayern, I think, but they beat Liverpool, so they can't be a bad team. Juventus, Lyon, and Valencia. I think Lyon or we've beaten Lyon, didn't we? Were they in our group, or am I thinking of the Villa game now? Can't remember. But we would take them, and we definitely take Valencia. Otherwise, it's tough, isn't it? Juventus, we've dismantled Italian teams before. We've beaten Juventus before as well, haven't we? Ideally, away from home, first leg would be good. Manchester City against Barcelona. That's a stunning tie, actually. We're at home first, so we didn't get that. And we get Paris. Of course we get Paris. It's always Paris. Oh no, again. We're getting them earlier and earlier, aren't we? Because it was the final the first year, the semi-final. Well, no, was it the semi-final last year? Was it the quarter-final? It was the quarter-finals last year, wasn't it? Because they locked Liverpool out. We have Paris yet again. I mean, why even bother doing the draw, really? So there it is. At home first leg. Well, we need to blow them away there, don't we? And then sort of hope for the best after that. But guys, that is it for today's episode. It's been a stunning episode. We've won at Anfield. We have dismantled and all good goals too, like good quality goals. When we've ripped Inter Milan to pieces, and then it's all gone downhill because we found out that we had got Paris in the quarterfinal. And I tell you what, I think that's going to be next episode. We'll do Paris Saint-Germain, home and away, redemption, revenge, whatever you want to call it. Let's hope we get it, because I don't know if I can go through another defeat. What we'll do, if there's an FA Cup semi-final in here somewhere, we'll come back for that if we were to beat Chelsea. To be honest, my focus this year is not on the FA Cup. I want to try and win the league, since we're relatively close when we play Manchester City away from home on the last day. And it's the Champions League. So we're not going to put out the strongest team possible against Chelsea. We'll put out a fit team, but we're not. I'm not too worried about it. So if there's a semi-final, we'll come back for it. Otherwise, it will be Paris, and it will be Paris again. 2 legs on Monday. So until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit thumbs up if you have enjoyed that episode. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload new episodes. But until Monday, I've been Aussie Villain. So I said thank you so much for watching. And here are our goals of the month for February. Take care.